Thank you everyone for taking a minute to join us here. The Sunnyside Recall Committee has asked the community to come out and support us to ensure that we have a fair and clean election. Before I start, I want to ask everyone to please take a minute and join me. For those of you who don't know, we've lost a fellow Sunnyside alumni, a member of the city of Tucson who proudly served in the armed forces. He was killed in Afghanistan, and my hair just stood up, sorry. I want to make sure that everyone remembers him, that we pray for his wife and his kids, that in silence you send out some goodwill, some love, positive vibes to him and his family, and to all of those who serve the United States in harm's way, proudly serving us in the Army, the Navy, the Marine, whatever they do, we love them all. Let me have you remember Command Sergeant Major Barreras. With that, if I could ask you for a minute of silence. Thank you, the Sunnyside family, Pima County, the city of Tucson, we send our love out to the family. What I'd like to do is start by sharing with you that the reason I've asked you to be here with us today is that I have some concerns as the chairman of the Sunnyside Recall about the election process. I'm sure most of you know that we are having the first ever recall in the Sunnyside district and probably all of Pima County when we are recalling Bobby Garcia and Luis Gonzalez. For a multitude of reasons, but that's not why we're here. We are here to talk about the integrity of the vote. I'm very concerned with some issues that I want to bring to light, and I'm asking the community if they would to step forward and help us convince Pima County that we need oversight at all three locations. For all of you who don't know, Pima County has decided that it is appropriate to have 2 monitors at 2 locations, but not the 3rd location. So a simple question is, why? If we are able to have them at 2 locations, why not all 3 locations? One of the other issues that the Recall Committee brought to the Pima County Board of Supervisors, and thanks to the community support leaders and elected officials, we were able to convince them that all ballots will be counted only on election day. It will begin at 1 p.m. So the integrity of the vote is what we're talking about. We are talking about every single voter at Sunnyside, their vote counts. Irregardless of your position, I am very guarded, and I am jealously going to make sure that we protect the vote. Everybody's vote needs to be considered. I also want the voters to know that they can come to any location and feel free to go there without any interruption, without anybody stopping and visiting with them or encouraging them to do the right thing. This is about the vote. This is what we're doing here. Get out and vote. So for those of you listening out there from Sunnyside, let me encourage you. This is about children. This is about the future education of our kids in the Sunnyside district. And quite frankly, we, the Recall Committee, the reason we've been successful is because the community feels it's time for a change. That being said, please reach out to your county representative, elected representative, and ask them to ensure that this count, the election count, is fair. It's fair to everyone. It's going to be monitored no matter who the candidate is, and there's 5 of them, all 5 of them should have the option of having their representative present during the election. Not allowing us access to one location is inappropriate for all 5 candidates. And that's what this is about, a fair and equal election. Please reach out to your candidate, Pima County Board of Supervisors, and share with them that you feel like we do in the Recall Committee, along with the 4,000 people that signed our recall petition. We want a fair election. With that, I'd like to introduce to you one of the candidates for Sunnyside School Board, Mike Pollack.
No, thank you. Yeah, my name is Mike Pollock, and I am one of the candidates for Sunnyside. And Richard's right. We're here to make sure that we have a fair and verifiable election. We've been fighting this battle now for 2 weeks when we were told that we couldn't have observers into the polling locations. But we've won the battle, and like Richard said, we are going to have people in 2 polling locations and at the county. The problem is here at Apollo Middle School, they've decided to say we cannot have a poll watcher. I have a problem with that. They said it's a reason of security. Well, if we're going to have the general public bringing ballots in here, why is that a security issue to have one poll watcher in here? So we need to ask that question, and we need the people of Tucson and Pima County to start calling your supervisors and anybody else that can make this change. Supervisor Allie Miller called for an emergency meeting today, and the rest of the board said no. She was the only one that wanted to have this done. So she's been a big help with getting this process. But we do need to fix the issues. But this goes for all candidates. It needs to be fair for all of us. We want to have a good election because we have upcoming elections in the near future. We've got our 2014 elections coming up, and I think it should be fair for all of our candidates in Tucson and Pima County for our future, for our children as well. Thank you.
With that, I would ask the media if they have any questions. We'll be glad to answer them for you. At least we'll do the best we can.
Can you say and spell your name for me, please?
Richard Hernandez, Hernandez. I'm the chairman of the Sunnyside Recall Committee. Any questions from the media?
I'm good.
I'm going to turn it off.
No, if anybody else would like to say a few words, because, you know,
I think Sergio here.
I'm going to go ahead and put this out everywhere.
Appreciate your time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, since the meeting's here, I don't want to give anybody the back, so there we go. Hi, my name is Sergio Arellano. I'm chairman of Legislative District 2. Sunnyside falls under my district, and so I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today. This is a bipartisan effort, so I'm really encouraged to see every single aspect of the voting block turn out and come out for a fair election. It is unfair that we have one polling place yet to be determined as eligible to be observed, and it's a travesty. So we're calling upon all the people in Pima County, here in Tucson, in Sunnyside District, to make a phone call to their elected officials, to speak to F. Ann Rodriguez, to speak to the Board of Supervisors, and let them know that we are watching. This is a bipartisan effort. We're covered by Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians. Everything across the board is out here to ensure that this election is fair. So we are going to support this. We're supporting the Sunnyside Recall Board, all the candidates, and everyone that's running to ensure that this is a bipartisan, non-biased election. So thank you very much, and I really appreciate you guys coming out and supporting. Anybody?
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it.